Hashtag Momori. I've actually, this is where you ask me questions and you get to find out a little bit more about me in a segment I like to call Momori. And you use those hashtags online with Twitter, and I compile all the questions and make up a little video for you. As you can see, I brought my best friend along. This is Alicia Malone. She's kind of going to moderate the questions a little bit more. So she's going to read the questions, I'm going to answer them, but we're going to put in a little bit of a time limit to get through these questions.
You have to answer them in 60 seconds.
Okay, I will. These we've already seen the first Momori, hashtag Momori1, and that was all about questions about me, whether it was a personal interest or an either or, that kind of thing. This time around, it's career-based questions.
Werk.
I call it Werk at Guurrl. So these are the questions that you'll find out about my life, like that. Ready?
Right. Ready?
My time starts now.
At Envy My Editing says, obviously you love film. Have you ever considered acting? You've got mad on camera skills. Hashtag Momori.
I actually did I did acting classes when I was 10 years old, and then I decided I really liked it. Actually, I was 9 years old, and I moved on, and then I kind of liked it a lot more, and then I was 13, and I went into the intermediate classes, and I tell you what, when I went to the intermediate classes, I didn't like it as much, but I got a role in a play, and the play, I only had one line. That line was, "Never heard of him!" And I was like, God, this really sucks. I don't know if I like this as much as I thought I would. Basically, I've been kicked out of NIDA classes. NIDA is the prestigious acting class where the likes of Kate Blanchett went, and the acting instructor would look at me and see my face be all over the place and be like, stop, just less with your face. And I'm like, I'm hardly
20 seconds.
And so they'd be like, maybe this isn't the thing that you want to do. And I've done some acting roles. I prefer sketch comedy. I prefer getting into that kind of role. And there's a Star Wars sketch that I've done recently, which should be coming out soon. But as far as acting goes, no thank you. Aha!
Did it.
Cool.
Okay, at DM2202 says, of all the people you have interviewed, which is the most memorable, good and bad?
Okay, so this is a thing about Alicia and I being really good friends. She knows me better than I know me. So usually if I get stuck, I have to ask her, who was my most memorable?
I'd say your most memorable would be Jim Carrey in a good way, because you did a face-off with him, talking about your faces that you do. And you won.
Yeah, Jim Carrey couldn't get this side of his mouth up. I mean, that was the harder one. That was one of the ones that I couldn't get up the least.
I can't do it. And also Chris Evans. I know you had a good time talking with Captain America.
Yes, and the best thing that I found out about him was that I said, who did you prefer playing? Johnny, Human Torch, Johnny Storm, or Captain America? Who's more fun? And he's like, oh, damn it, Johnny. Come on, he can fly.
And like, 10 seconds, who's your worst?
Steve Buscemi, he made every journalist cry pretty much that day, and he just didn't answer any questions.
But he liked you.
Go figure.
So you haven't had a bad one then. It's still me. Any tips for someone looking to get into media jobs, writing or radio overseas like you have done? Hashtag Momori.
I was actually worried about having a radio career over here because of my accent. Some people, I don't know why, but can't understand a lot of what I say.
Really? Just after you spoke really fast like this and really...
Yes, if I have a tendency to speak fast and not really articulate my words, then I have a bit of a problem. As far as getting a media career over here, the visa isn't easy, and I had a lot of people warn me about it. It's no joke. To apply for it, you basically need an O1, which explains that you are an extraordinary alien with abilities that no one else has. So as an Australian with tall poppy syndrome kind of, thrown at us, we're really humble people. So to write articles and letters and compile a list of why we're amazing is the most horrific thing that we can do, and I'm about to do it for the second time. So I guess if you're willing to do all the paperwork and just collate all your clippings, all your media, anything that you do, compile it together, and that'll increase your chances.
Perfect. At Awkward Quiet One says, hey Maude, love everything you do and was wondering if there's any voiceover work that you do that we might not realise is you.
Actually, yeah, there's a couple of things. I have a very specific thing that I can do. 3 different jobs I have done a AI robot voice.
Really?
Yes, that is what I am capable of doing. So that's one of the voices that I do. I might just try and sound like Siri, but I've done it for 2 video games and for a Red Bull presentation recently. So I think that's kind of funny.
Also American Express, right?
Yes, I was the voice of American Express. Realize the potential.
The more rewarding service we deliver daily.
I just did it in Australia. Yeah, so I've done 3 of those ads. And I just did an ad for Apple, which is the gift cards new ad. So if you hear that one, that's also me. But the 2 games, one of them's called Vic Vector, which I think should be coming out soon, and the other one's available on Windows and iPad. I do the narration as well and play 2 characters, and that game is called Last Gun.
Whew, got it. At Jimmy Geek PA says, how do I work with you? How did you get your job? Hashtag more Maude.
How do you work with me? Well, I do have a team of contributors back home all over Australia for Geek Bomb. I just want someone who's really, really dedicated and use Geek Bomb as a platform and a stepping stone to get a job in the games industry, whether it's in Australia or anywhere in the world. I think that's one of the hardest things because it's such an enviable industry. A lot of us want to do this, and because we're all competing with each other, you've got to have a really good portfolio and you've just got to put it out there. So I figure that Geek Bomb's a good platform that people can kind of get their creative writing happening, get videos happening, learn how to edit, learn how to be a part of this community, and get exposure that way. So I guess, just hit me up with any ideas.
That's it for the work category. Do you want to go into any others?
Yeah, let's do Geeky.
Okay, Geeky questions. At Sandy22884, Sandy Young, says, how different do you think your life would look if you had never found gaming?
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine such a thing?
No, and I tell you why. My dad's a big gamer. My dad's a massive geek, and he kind of paved the path from a very young age that computer games are a part of our life in a big way. But also to have the kind of relationship that I have with my 2 older brothers, the big common denominator, like my brother Darcy and I really connect over music. Jack and I really connect over video games, and Darcy loves video games as well. So for all of us to have anything in common and to have conversations, we chat video games. You've been there, you've seen it. We get together and it's like, have you been playing this? What about that? What's going on here?
It's great. It's a great way to come together.
Yeah. So I think it's a big part of my family's life, and so that's why I'm in it. So if I didn't like video games, I would be isolated from all of that, and that would just be really foreign and horrible.
Your family also loves card games too.
Oh yeah, we do. 500 is our specialty.
To be part of it.
At least you have to learn it really quickly to hang out with my family. But then you're a pro by the end.
I did all right.
Hey.
Another one from Sandy Young.
Yep.
Says, who would win, Darth Vader or Nightwing?
Oh, she knows I like Nightwing. Nightwing would never. Dick ain't got shit on Vader. Vader's got force powers.
That's what I feel like the answer is always with Star Wars characters, and
so Nightwing's
particularly
like
Darth Vader is always force.
He's a detective, and he's been trained as Robin under the steed of Batman. But at the same time, Vader would just be like, gone. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. So yeah, that's a no-brainer. But thanks for the question.
Ben Leffler says, crossguard on a lightsaber or no crossguard on a lightsaber? Discuss.
Okay, I don't know if I want a crossguard, but I do want a sai. So see, like how the sais kind of go, like I want it to go like the side part. So there's the lightsaber, and then the
like
side
a sword
like
almost.
That.
But
well,
why?
No, that's the crossguard because I don't like that it's going this way because I find that that's open, but that's a little bit more safe. Do you see how you've got all that room for your arm and your limbs? I'm so clumsy. I don't need one other thing trying to hurt me.
Yeah, it seems like if it went straight out like that,
see how it does it in quarters, so you've only got a half when you can have a lot more room to kind of, and you do this sort of stuff. You'd be like,
But you think it helps having pointy bits and not just the straight bit?
I want it to be like that.
Short pointy or long pointy? Like 3.
Oh my goodness, it looks like and then you like turn upside down and you just start sweeping. Little ones.
This is why I don't do anything.
Or like little dagger ones like Raphael.
Oh yeah. Jason Gibbs says, favourite Marvel DC character?
Well, I've got a DC wall in my room with Nightwing, the Supergirl, and Harley Quinn. Deadpool's on there as well. It's kind of cute. They're making out with like a beheaded Joker in the corner. It's very, very fun.
Which is your favourite?
Harley Quinn for DC. Favourite Marvel character? Wolverine or an X-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like the original Rogue from the cartoon series. She was so great. I had the biggest crush on her, and then when her and Gambit got together, I was like, this is my happy place.
Not one from the movies.
No.
It wasn't very interesting.
No.
Christian Gattaca says, what will you do if episode 7 sucks as bad as the prequels? Don't think about it. Don't make her cry.
I just don't think that we should say it's going to suck, because I think it took us like a few years. I'm going to say like maybe 3 to 5 years where we all pretended the prequels were awesome before we
Because it's a
finally
new
came
Star Wars
clean.
movie.
The same thing's going to happen. Even if, something doesn't quite add up or we're not thrilled it's Star Wars, we're going to be enamored by it. A spell's going to be cast on us and we're going to think it's amazing. And, ask me in 3 years' time afterwards. But then there's an episode 8 coming out and then boys get a sad one. So it's like we're constantly just like, yay!
I think JJ, he's from his track record.
Yeah,
he's done
we're
such a good
in
job.
safe hands.
Yes. Nick Lopez says, will you marry me?
Yeah, okay, when are you free? I'm in Vegas. This is the time to do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Come on, Nick. Come to Vegas. She'll marry you. And that's it for the questions for hashtag more Maudie.
Hashtag more Maudie. That was 2 and 3. We did Werk at Guurrl and we did Get Your Geek On. Thank you so much, Miss Alicia Malone, for helping me with these questions.
No problem.
We punched them out, didn't we?
Pow. You did it so well within the time
I
slot.
tried. There was a lot of pressure. Hey, Alicia, where can people find you?
Or you can find me at Alicia Malone on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Guys, I'll do more hashtag more Maudie videos. So if you've got any questions for me, use that hashtag more Maudie. You have to do it with me when we say hashtag more Maudie.
Sorry.
It's alright. It's fine. Hashtag more Maudie.
I just never know when you're going to bust it out and you do it fast. So just go like hashtag more Maudie because then I can hear the hashtag ready to go.
Alright, well thank you so much for watching hashtag more Maudie. Ah, what a great way to end things.